Hey guys, it's your billionaire farmer right here. In this video, I'm going to be running you through cucumber farming. Remember, I told you I was going to plant cucumber. In probably 6 weeks or 5 weeks, we will start harvesting our cucumber. And guess what? Only recently, I was able to achieve that. Now, I think I have gotten to a point in my life where, for me, it is not necessarily about just making money. I mean, it's a level. Money is important, right? I like making more money. But I think I've gotten to a point where just making money does not satisfy me. It's satisfying, yeah, but I think it's what caps it is the fact that I say I'm gonna do something and I actually go on to achieve it. Remember, about 4 months ago, somewhere around October, I posted my first video about farming, which was going to be the first video about agriculture on this channel. And I told you I was going to embark in tomato farming. And guess what? Only 2 days or 3 days ago, we made our first harvest. I'm going to make a full complete video about the harvest. And of course, you know, if you follow this channel carefully, and if this is your first time, you probably need to go through all the videos, the challenges I went through and all that stuff. But I'm here right now, made our first harvest, and we're embarking on cucumber farming. Cucumber, right? So in this video, I want to take you through the journey, what we've gone through already. It's week 1. Yesterday made it exactly 1 week since we planted our cucumber, and I'm going to be running you through from the land preparation, the different stages of land preparation, the manuring, you know, planting of the cucumber, the spraying chemicals that needed to be sprayed, everything you need to know about cucumber farming, particularly if you're preparing and you're starting afresh. And like I always say, this is the season for cucumber. This is when cucumber is most expensive, and it's very, very profitable. I mean, as far as I know, and as far as the people that are in the industry and I've been doing it for years, are privy enough to share with me. So yeah, it's a very, very, very profitable venture. And if of course I'm going to say that go ahead and do it. However, you just need the necessary information and the necessary knowledge. So that's where watching this video comes to play. And this is your first time here, you might want to hit on the subscribe button, because trust me, my guy, trust me, I am going to be giving you valuable insight, and every video I drop on this channel is impeccably awesome and necessary, right? And because I used to teach people about making money online, digitally, and all that, because that's what I do, that's what I still do, right? Farming is a side hustle for me. However, I just realized that it is easier when you teach people what is practical, what is applicable, right? You know, making money in the digital space it's quite a long journey. It's not something you can start today and make money in 4 months, right? So really, you have to be very, very lucky, because I mean, in that 4-month time, you're even still learning. So without further ado, let me not take too much of your time. I'm going to be running you through everything. And how do I do that? There are going to be a series of different videos playing. I'm going to be showing you the different stages, what we were doing, how we were doing it, what we're trying to achieve, what we achieved, and how we got to week 1 of our cucumber farming. We have 5 weeks to go before we start harvesting, and trust me, I'm going to be carrying you all along. All right, follow me through. Let me show you how that has been.
All right, so this was actually when we were doing our land preparation. This was what the land looked like at first. So in fact, this was after doing first clearing. It was way more bushy than it currently is. This was me showing I think I did this video where I was trying to make sure that we have a complete picture of what the land looked like before and what it eventually looked like afterwards. And this was still the same day. This was just the same day, different angles. This was when we still had trees. You remember, you can't do your vegetable farming on a property where you have trees. You can plant cassava around trees, you can plant yam, you can plant every other thing around trees, but vegetable farming, the land needs to be absolutely cleared. The land needs to be without any form of shade, because vegetable, tomato, cucumber, bell pepper, all of those ones land. Now, this part of it is where we're actually getting our well set up. Now, this is our well, of course. Like I tell you, you can't do any farming thing, vegetable, without water. And promise, this is actually a dry season, so of course water is very, even during rainy season, because of climate change, it's always not raining, so you need a sustainable system of water, right? So this was what the land now looked like after we've cut down the trees. Now, if you want to just scroll back a little bit to when I showed you this part of the land, I'm standing almost around the same place where you can see right now that there are minimal trees. In fact, that's why the leaves are all dried up, because the trees have been cut down. And this was me showing you the different distance of the farm. You can see trees, lying on the floor. We've all cut them down. Again, emphasis on the fact that you can't do this without cutting it down trees. And this was actually us trying to erect like a structure. And this was the day we were doing our plumbing work, where the well has that same well you saw that was being dug. It has been completed at this point. So we're doing the plumbing work, where we would connect pipes and fix our irrigation system. That's my plumber there, trying to fix that. So this is where we put our pumping machine and yari. Now you can see the land has been further cleared. Some of the trees have been we're beginning to pack the fallen trees out the farm, so we'd have a clearer space. Now this is when we've cut down the trees, we packed the trees, and we set the land ablaze, or we've set fire on the land so that we burn it down. And just, you can see we have a field now. Now this is when our irrigation has been done. We've tilled the floor. You can see workers there still working. That's what they're doing, tilling the soil to make it ready. And you can see this is the same place that we burnt. So you can imagine how free, how clear this property is. This is not one day job. This took remember I said I wanted to go into cucumber farming since December of last year, but we're not able to achieve that until 1 week ago, exactly 7 days ago. And that's because it takes a lot of work, my friends. It takes a lot of work. If you want to do this, just know. Now this is us fixing our irrigation system. Like I said, this is dry season farming. So one very important thing you must do is to fix your irrigation system. It's extremely important that your irrigation system is spot on. So this was us fixing our irrigation system, making sure that everything is good. Yep. So this is our drip tape. So that's the drip hose that was connected. The green one is the drip hose connected directly to the pipe coming from the well. So you connect your drip tape to the hose rather, that you now run across your land. So you can see my workers trying to make sure that it is straight, it's not bent, so you don't have ridges that are bent left, right, center. You need a very straight ridge. You need your ridges to be very, very straight. So that's what we're trying to achieve here, making sure that everything is done and clean. So you can see we've done that already. This is where we've even connected our drip tape to our hose. You can see how straight it is. Very, very straight. Very demure, if you ask me. These processes are very, very important. You can't skip this. That's why every time anybody comes and I want to go into farming, the first thing you need is knowledge. I mean, if you want that, you can just go to the profile of this YouTube channel and reach out to me, send me a DM, and we can discuss on WhatsApp, and I'll be able to put you through and on how it works, the training system and all that stuff. So yeah. Now this is land preparation, another level. This was when we're applying our manure. You can see my worker mixing the manure. This is manure feed gotten directly from a poultry farm. This is a chicken dung. So we mix it with you can see the drip tape. These are different locations where the water was dropping from the drip tape, about 5 centimeters apart. So we mix every part. The manure is poured on every part where the water is dropping. That's where we plant, and then mixed properly with the soil. That way the land is already eventually we're still going to use NPK and the likes, but at least it has a level of manure already, a level of nutrient. Because one thing people forget is that the soil is just the soil, right? It is what you make of it. The soil is just more like, if you ask me, I'd say the soil is more like a base from on which you plant. Now this is my workers planting. This was one of the mornings, very early in the morning when we're planting, because one very important thing with planting is you have to do it early. And this is cucumber. You might be asking me, you're not doing a nursery or whatever. No, we're not doing a nursery. You can do a nursery for cucumber takes around 9 days, and you can decide to plant directly. But one thing you must know is you can't plant when it is sunny, so it has to be it's either in the evening or in the morning. You can see how it's done. Use your finger to make a hole. There's already water dropping across every part of the farm. At this point, my workers were still planting, but because of how cloudy it was, is it cloudy now or whatever, you can't even see them. Like, you can't even see them. It took me a lot to get to the farm that morning. You can see irrigation, very, very beautiful, looking all good, right? So you can't plant when it's sunny. So you just plant directly to the soil, or you can do your nursery and then transplant. But the thing is, oftentimes for nursery, by the time you're done with your nursery and you're transplanting, sometimes the plant usually experience shock, and some of them usually die. It's already 1 week now. One thing we're doing this evening is we're replanting some of the seed that didn't germinate. So this usually happens for different reasons. Our irrigation system, we realized that some parts were clogged because our pumping machine was dropped too deep into the well, and it was scarping dirt, and dirt kind of ran through the pipe, and the opening in the drip tape is very, 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 very small. So just a little sand, a little dirt here and there would clog it, and water would not pass through. So we realized that some of the cucumber seed we put on the ground didn't germinate because of the whatever. So look what we just did. This is an initiative. Nobody showed me this. This was something I just thought about. I'm a biochemist, so you have to be. So what happened was that we're farming in dry season, right? And it's very sunny and it gets dried. You water in the morning, and before 1, 2, the sun is very, very very hot, and then it dries. So we used this is sawdust, from a sawmill. So we poured it under every cucumber. So what this does is that it just retains the moisture of the soil. Now, after doing this, we realized that there was water for an extended period of time. So if you like this video, subscribe. See you in my next video.